I think obviously Joe Biden's legacy has been left in tatters this year by his decision to run for reelection and now this. And obviously Democrats losing the White House and the Senate on the way out the door. So I think this just is the icing on the cake, if you will. And look, everyone can understand from the perspective of a father. And Joe Biden, obviously, his family means the world to him, and I respect that. But I think everybody sees beyond this, which is number one, he lied repeatedly to the American people about the fact that he, quote unquote, would not give his son a pardon. His staff repeatedly lied to the American people about it. And ultimately, I think what is jarring, beyond the fact that he's obviously pardoning Hunter Biden for the crimes he was convicted, tax evasion and the gun possession with respect to filling out the form. But the fact is he's pardoning him over an 11-year period, which covers the time period by which the House Oversight Committee was investigating the foreign dollars that flowed to the tune of $24 million to the Biden family through 20 shell companies, and really blows a hole through Joe Biden's claims in the 2020 presidential debate, in which he said that his son never received any money from China. And that was a straight up lie. And he knew it to be a lie and yet said it repeatedly. And I think the fact that he decided to pardon him for an 11-year period is to me the most jarring aspect. And the last thing I'd say is, in his statement, he basically says that the Department of Justice has been weaponized, that it's been politicized. From his standpoint, he feels that his son was getting a fair plea deal that was blown up by political pressure. But the fact is that he basically admits that his Department of Justice has been politicized and weaponized. And I think it goes to something that I believed fundamentally, which is that the American people should determine who our next president is. And obviously, in this election, they spoke and they elected Donald Trump overwhelmingly, both by popular vote and winning every single swing state in the Electoral College, despite 4 indictments, 34 felony count conviction, a civil bankruptcy proceeding, basically, in which the Attorney General of New York tried to bankrupt him and go after his assets. And yet the American people elected him. And so to me, I think if Joe Biden felt as strongly about this with regards to his son as he clearly dwelled on for a very long time, then he should have recognized the catastrophe of indicting a former president who had announced his candidacy for president again, and should have put an end to it before it ever got started.